So let's open the template for site properties. And let's save it without the underscore to make it active. Now we'll scroll past the enterprise dashboard stuff. Okay, so for this particular section, we're looking at the registry database. And the database is written to by ACL, by reporting, VSE, and the broker. Let's scroll down a little here. Okay, so for this database, you'll notice there's a series of pools that are set up. And these pools all have the name common. In the Oracle section for the settings for registry, you can see that we've got common in the name here as well. The pool names can actually be changed to support multiple databases. We'll be looking at that in a minute. So the first thing we do here is scroll down and disable the Derby database. And you can see the question here, should the internal Derby database instance in the registry be started? Okay, we'll uncomment this and make it false. Okay, the next time we restart, this is going to tell the components not to use the Derby database. Let's scroll back up here. So you can see here we have settings that we have to specify for the Oracle database for registry. We happen to have those settings over here on the left. So you can see that for registry, we've got a SID that's defined, an address where the database is, we've got a port number, and username and password for that database. So what we do is uncomment the section here. And for starters, we're going to have all the components or pools using the same database. So the driver name stays the same. We've got to specify host here. The port matches what we have specified, but we need the SID to be specified here as well. And we've got the username and password both on the right here that we're going to be using. So let's make those changes. Okay, let's save this. So at this point, there's nothing else we really need to do, assuming the user we specified has create privileges in the database to create tables. If the user doesn't have those privileges, there are scripts that are available that the database administrator can create these tables on behalf of DevTest. So what we've specified is that we'll have all of the components writing to the same database schema. If we want, for example, to have the reporting database using a different database than, for example, the other components, what we would do is we would configure the pool name for that particular component. So, for example, for reporting, the other ones are saying common. So in the case of reporting, we might change that to be reporting. Okay. And then what we do is move down here, and we would make a copy of this. Okay, and then what we do is change common to what we specify the other pool to be, which would be reporting. So we'll do that for all of these. Okay, and maybe we would have a different database that was available for this. I mean, we would have to. Maybe it would be sitting at 78, and the SID for this would be called, I don't know, reporting, RPT. And the username and password would be the same. What we would do is save this, and then what happened is when things started up, we would be accessing both of these databases. The reporting would be in the reporting pool, so that would be writing to this particular database, and all of the other components, ACL, broker, VSE, would all be writing to this other database here, which is common. So for each pool that you create, you've got to duplicate those 4 properties with the correct values in order to set it up. So at this point, we can just quit out of this file, okay, without saving changes. So the other settings that we saved previously would be in effect. So at this point, the site properties file has been configured to connect the registry-related components to the Oracle database. And the next time the registry is started, it'll connect to the Oracle database instances on the specified server, create the tables the first time around, and then begin writing to the database.